Hey everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing God of War 2 on Titan difficulty mode. So from the save point there, outside of the atrium, I'm heading back to the Bog of the Forgotten to access two treasure chests that, if you'll recall, right before the Barbarian boss battle, these chests were in our view, but the cutscene interrupted us and we couldn't get the chests. So to the left is the Uber chest, and first I'm going to get this chest on the right here. This chest gives you 730 orbs. I calculated it. And also this Uber chest. This chest gives you 3,362 orbs. And you don't have to stand like right next to the chest to get the maximum number of orbs. I kind of did that for a second, then I remember that you don't have to stand there. You can go wherever you want to. It's going to give you all your orbs. So from that little for those two chests right there, it gave us 4,092 orbs. So that's the reason I almost have 7,500 orbs. You really need to get those Uber chests. There's two more, but they don't give you they don't give you orbs. The next one we get it's before the translator sequence. I think it is. It's in that area, and it gives you more health. It extends your health bar, and then the final one is near the Chamber of the Phoenix towards the end of the game, and it gives you more magic. And if you get all three Uber chests, you get a nice little trophy called. You know the Germans make good stuff, so it's really funny. I've already got that trophy, so it's not going to be popping up when I get the final Uber chest. But those are definitely chests you need to grab, because nowhere else in this game does your health get extended, except for, it's the same thing as, like, you can compare, like, the Gorgon Eyes to in Ninja Gaiden Sigma. There's Life of the Gods, and you have to collect them to get your health. And then, if you want to compare the Uber chest to, like, the Lives of the 1,000 Gods, if anyone's familiar with Ninja Gaiden, it's the same kind of conceit. So you'll see right here this Legionnaire captain. You want to fall back behind this little arch, and see that move that he did right there? It's a 1, 2, 3, and then there's a pause, and then he'll do that final jab at you. So it's easy to be lulled into a sense of complacency, like you think his combo's over, and then he does that final jab at the end, that final thrust. Otherwise, these guys are pretty easy. Every single attack of theirs can be blocked. You can fling them up in the air by holding the triangle button and then grab them with the Chains of Olympus and then slash at them. And then it does a pretty cool animation. You can also hold down the triangle button to launch you and him up in the air, and then you'll do a cool move. Just be aware that when you get to the quick time event, you do have to press a button. So I don't think you lose much progress if you fail the quick time event, so don't worry about it too much. But if you need health and you haven't grabbed any of these chests, just go back and do what I'm doing, just grab the chests. And this is a pretty difficult section of the game, because we're going to be facing some upgraded Wraiths, and for the first time some Satyrs. So just be aware of that. So over here, these undead archers. You want to, you can't block these guys' attacks, but you can parry. Although parrying can be pretty tricky to get the timing right, because they fire those arrows pretty damn quickly. And also, we're going to get a chest up here. If you saw that little ledge up there, I'm going to be getting that chest. So just flinging them is a really good idea. Flinging them at one another, or just ripping them open when you get the chance to. So just remember to climb up here to get these two treasure chests. I think these are pretty damn valuable chests too. At least one of them is. So you can always tell, like, the thickness of how many orbs are coming into you. So this chest here, you can tell, if you rewind it, you can see that many more orbs were coming into me on that left chest than this one. So another Legionnaire captain over here with some archers. So you want to grab the archers, and you can see how I moved. It was targeting the other archer when I grabbed him, but I moved the right analog stick to target the captain. So that's something you have to do really quickly, but you can do it, and make sure you target whomever you want to. It normally auto-targets, like, the most dangerous foe in the vicinity, so it's really good. That's really helpful. So just finish him off, grab the chest if you need it. And I'm trying to look up the Wraith, the name of the Wraith, because in the arena of the Fates, it has a full bestiary, so it's really nice. I didn't even have to buy a guidebook this time to tell me all the names of these guys. So these Wraiths, they're called the Wraith of Asphodel, And these guys are the cheapest assholes in the world. So make sure you head on over here to the save point first. Just save it, and then we'll do the battle. There's a little rough cutscene there, but this actually took me, I think, a full hour to beat these guys, and I knew exactly what I was getting into. But damn, this is not easy, because you've got 3 of these Wraiths of Asphodel, and every single move of theirs can be blocked. There's nothing you can't block. But you'll try to grab them, and you can get torn up so easily. They do that move where they shoot that boomerang at you or whatever, that green attack, that projectile attack, and it damages you on contact, and then it goes like behind you, and then it damages you once again if you're not blocking. So, and they also they burrow that projectile underground and get you. So what you kind of want to do is distance yourself from them if you can, and then do the triangle move that I'm doing. Normally they're pretty quickly and they'll get on you, so you have to watch out. And you'll see how easy these guys are once it's just one-on-one, but it's never one-on-one until the very end. So there's actually a 4th Wraith that spawns that you can avoid if you want, but of course, good old Bick, I have to make everything harder for myself and be as masochistic as I can be, so I triggered the 4th one. It may have been in this take, I'm not sure, because there's a bunch of takes. I'm not sure if I actually was in the area and he spawned, or if I went down there and spawned him, because I knew where he was. Always block. You can parry these guys' attacks. It's just that you actually can. Once you parry, you could shove them away from you in that animation when you're hitting the square button. The only parry attack we have at this point is the square button. You get another parry attack when you upgrade your blades more. So another thing to look out for is that once you notice I'm grabbing them. All I'm doing is grabbing them. This is just grabbing them all the way. This is a grab and go. That's the theme of my guide, if you'll recall. One of my little jokes I made. But that is true. You just grab things. A lot of times you can just grab things in this game. So definitely just grab and go. That's going to be something we're really going to be focusing on here. So once you grab them and you propel them backwards with that move, they tend to burrow themselves on the ground at some point. And then if you try to grab them, most likely they will get in a hit. So you see, like right there, so some of the times I'll do a couple quick cancelable jabs with the square button just to see if I'm making contact with them when they're like right there. I didn't do it there, but once I get them on the ground after I've grabbed them, pushed them backwards, I normally will do a couple presses of the square button just to see if I'm actually mostly listening to see if I'm making contact with their body. So if I am making contact with them, okay, so I got the cutscene. If I'm making contact with them, that means that I can grab them again. If I don't hear anything, that means no contact is being made, so I block. And that means if no contact is being made, that means they're going to burrow themselves underground. And so always be blocking. So over here we're going to be facing some, they're called High Priests of the Fates, and also some more Minotaurs. These are called Minotaur Grunts. Before in the ice level we were facing the Erebus Minotaurs. And Erebus, I actually looked it up because I was really interested. Sometimes you think something means something, so you go on, you do a search, and it actually means darkness. The ones I'm referring to are actually the ones we were facing during the Theseus boss fight. So those are called the Erebus Minotaurs, and these guys are the Grunts. And these guys are actually more difficult. So just be thankful for the fact that these guys weren't on the Theseus boss fight, because they do a move. And I didn't know how to trigger it. I practiced these guys a while when I was looking through the bestiary, and I practiced these guys just to see how I could trigger the move, where it's a quick time event and you have to press circle, and if you fail, it's like you're trying to, they slash at you, they do it like an overhand jab with their axe, and it comes down on you, but you could like get out of it, and it actually occurs over here somewhere. But I don't know how to trigger it. It's not like, it's not something you parry, and it's not something that I think it's like a little way of getting a second chance in this area of not blocking at the right time, and then they give you one last chance with a little button press of the circle button to get out of it. And I know what happens over here somewhere. It always happens every time. Oh, so these priests, all you need to do is grab. Remember, grab and go. That's the central theme of this guide. And I say that jokingly. It's obviously not the central theme, but it's funny to say that. Grab and go. And actually, I hope it does occur over here, that move. I'm looking for that move. So, see how important it's a great parrying is? It slammed all those Minotaurs back with that parry. And I really hope it does occur, because it's really cool. It's a cool-ass move that happens. So let's just check it out, see what happens. Anyway, I really like this battle. It's fun, even though if that move doesn't happen. This is really cool. I mean, look at the polished floor here. I mean, who's keeping house over here? You know, this is really a nice, clean area here. Very reflective and polished. Excellent game. Beautiful game. Just make sure you always do the quick time button press on these Minotaurs. And just keep doing things in the normal fashion. There it is, right there. So I'm not sure if the game is giving you a second chance because I didn't block at the correct time. But normally, when you don't block, you get damaged. You get shoved on the ground. And his recovery time is actually one of the things that pisses me off. Because it's not anything that you get damaged about. It's just that the recovery time is shit. So the main problem here, upcoming, is going to be anyway some Satyrs that we're going to be facing, and I'm not sure because there's two Satyr forms in this game. There's the normal Satyr, and then there's the champion Satyr, the Satyr champion, however you want to say it. So there's a little puzzle here. All you need to do is drag any one of these two statues with the platforms atop them, and place one of these statues on the this movable platform here, and then push the other platform statue as close as you can. You can't move the camera, obviously, but try to get the statue as close to the to what is going to be a movable platform as possible, so you can shove it over here in a moment. So what's happening here is we're turning this crank here, and it's something that falls once you release it, so we have to put something under it that's going to hold it in place. And fortunately, we have that statue right there. So just shove it there, and then sometimes it can be hard to get these jumps right, but just jump up here, and then we're going to be accessing a new area up ahead. So this is where the checkpoint starts if you die. If, like me, you die many times on this area, because it's pretty damn difficult. And the area in front of us that we're viewing there, that's the area where the Satyrs are going to be. But when we come there, the Minotaur is going to be dead. Or he's going to have slain everybody and he's going to be gone. So this is a nice chest. Sometimes they put chests that flash. Obviously, you know, that probably sounds patronizing to people who are watching a guide for Titan mode, but I just wanted to point out the fact that some of these chests, they flash from blue to green, meaning you get to pick whichever one you want, and some of them flash from blue to gold, meaning you can pick if you want magic or if you want to replenish your Rage of the Titans magic. None of the chests flash from green to gold. It's just they just don't do it in that combination. So just remember that there's going to be some soldiers down here you need to slay. There's always just two of them. And we're going to be facing some Satyrs, but I have a pretty good technique of dealing with these guys. Again, I'm not sure if these are the champion Satyrs or the original ones. It's my guess that if we're facing them for the first time, it's them in their first form. But their eyes, it kind of suggests to me that they're a higher form of the Satyrs. But regardless of what form they actually are, the strategy here is to use Kronos' Rage to stun both of these guys. Now, the thing about these guys, and it comes back to that grab and go theme, is that these are the one enemy in the game where when you're grabbing them, you can be interrupted in the process. And you have to spar with them in the manner that I've been doing here. So when you're sparring with one, the problem is that the other one is going to attack you. So you want to stun both of them, and then grab one of them. It doesn't matter which one, preferably one that's like the most stunned, and then slamming that circle button as fast as you can. And I mean, do it really quickly, because towards the end of the animation, when you're pressing the circle button, then you're invulnerable. Like when you're actually at the very outset, like that right there, that jab, that's when you're invincible and the other guy can't harm you. It's just when you're tapping the circle button and sparring with them, leading up to the animation right there. So it's kind of ridiculous having to press the circle button so quickly. And in God of War 1, the first one, when you're facing these guys, you have to press that fucking button so fast that it's ridiculous how fast you have to press it. And a lot of the times you'll be pressing it so much that like the muscles in your hands just stop working. I mean, that's what happened to me. It's like you can't even do it anymore. So I kind of want to play God of War 1 again on God mode. But if I ever do that, there's no way in hell I'm going to be playing that game without like a turbo controller or something on hand just for those guys. It's just ridiculous. So also just remember to pull that block towards you, don't push it away from you at first, because then it will fall down into this area here where you actually need to use it as a platforming device. But if you do inadvertently push it away from you, I would recommend restarting that checkpoint and just doing. I mean, that's what you're going to have to, because you can't access that area without this platform here, and it gives you a hell of a lot of orbs. So just don't forget to do that.